Coming up on today's episode, we're recapping NBA All-Star Weekend. What did you think of it? Is it finally in disarray? We gotta get a whole new revamp. I got some ideas for it. We're getting into the Jimmy G suspension, and also Doc Rivers. JJ Redick has some harsh words. We get all that coming up. Let's go. All right, buddy. Welcome to Sports Talk from the Crib. I'm your host, Tanner Christian. Coming up on today's episode, we're getting into all the NBA All-Star Weekend. We got to revamp it. It was like we had some good competition in there. Some skills. Competition was good. Three-point was good. Even the Celebrity All-Star game was actually pretty good. But the rest of it was straight abysmal. Man, was it bad. You got the players even coming out after the All-Star game saying, who cares? And it's very, kind of sad because I always used to look forward to the NBA All-Star Weekend. But before we get into all those topics, remember, if you're new episodes are airing every Tuesday and Friday. It's available on all streaming platforms, as well on the website at sportstalkfromthecrib.com. So give us a check out there. You can subscribe to the newsletter and also stream the podcast on there too. And check us out on social media. We're at Feel the Heat Entertainment. It's Feel the Heat ENT. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. So give us a follow, subscribe to all those social networking, and check us out, man. So let's get into it. The first topic of the day, we're going to get into NBA All-Star Weekend. And, man, let's start with the good, or at least a little bit of it. What I liked about NBA All-Star Weekend, three-point contests, always – at least we're trying, right? Skills competition, you had the Indiana Pacers, that group tied with Halliburton and them, because, they're doing it from the home crowd. So, skills competition is not a bad thing come NBA All-Star Weekend. The NBA, the Celebrity All-Star Game was actually pretty damn cool. I actually enjoy watching some of that. Micah Parsons and Puka, couple NFL guys, we're out there balling. Who knew Kua has so much ups? He got ups. And Micah Parsons was dominating down low. He was pretty much he had 37 points. And he was MVP of the Celebrity. And it was actually entertaining. I didn't mind it. You actually saw them try. You saw some competition. Obviously, some of those actors and whatnot, they're not really basketball players, but at least they're out there giving it a shot, right? And that's the good takeaway from it. So let's start with the three-point contest. Dame Lillard won it. Congratulations. It was a good game. I actually like Steph Curry, in the three-point contest too. Pairing them with the best of the WNBA. I thought that was a cool little wrinkle, and having their own little competition there with Sabrina. So that was good. Skills competition for somewhat was good. We had the hometown Pacers winning it. So that, they tried. They wanted to win it. You got Anthony Edwards out there trying to shoot left hand and whatnot, like he said he was going to do. He gave zero effort. It's just come on, man. Young up and comer like that. The young guys that are in the new age of this NBA, they just don't care. So, slam dunk contest. Mac McClung won it again. It's back-to-back. He's not even in the NBA. He's still in the G League. They still call it the G League now. So he wins. He had a couple pretty impressive dunks. But what in the world was up with the NBA judges? You got a lot of Hall of Famers sitting in that panel, giving scores that shouldn't have been scores, high score. They gave McClung a lower score. Then Jaylen Brown. McClung jumps over Shaq. Double gets the ball, clutches the ball, and dunks it. Meanwhile, Jaylen Brown jumping over a 5-foot guy in a chair and try to do the D Brown dunk, and he lands and puts his arm over his eyes. That was just embarrassing. That is embarrassing. We actually was glad, Jaylen Brown can dunk. We got a good competitor in the dunk contest that was willing to do it, and you put on a show like that? Embarrassing. Like, it was that bad. Not good at all. And if you didn't think that was good, just wait till we got to Sunday night NBA All-Star game. I remember growing up, I could not wait for NBA All-Star weekend. I was tuned in. And these last 5 years, has this gotten worse and worse and worse? Like, I can't believe these NBA players are putting on this kind of a show for their fans, for everybody sitting at home, for all the kids watching. Like, I can't imagine growing up and seeing this type of thing. Like, wow. Am I watching basketball, or am I watching a couple of kids, play around in PE class? Because that's what it looked like out there. A bunch of grown men out there messing around like they were in PE class. And it's just bad. We had Lucas shooting it from 3/4 of the court randomly. You had no defense whatsoever. You had guys just running around with the ball, like just throwing up threes. It's just three-pointer, like not caring at all. You saw a little bit of it maybe in the first minute of the game, but then there was nothing after. And I'm embarrassed to even say this score. The score of the All-Star game was 211 to 186. Highest All-Star game ever? Obviously. Nobody, we go back to 2001 when AI won that crazy, I think he won that year, All-Star MVP. The score was 111 to 110. They almost had that at a halftime. Like, can we, at least try to go up against each other and compete? Can we do that? Adam Silver, the commissioner, was like, please, guys, let's go out there and play a game. The player said, nope, we're not doing that. And to me, this is a little bit different than the NFL. The NFL, you're getting tackled. You're getting hit kind of hard. This is basketball. What are we doing out here? All these major sports in the U.S., we're bad compared to the rest of the world, aren't we? Like, we're just getting that bad. These global icons, the globalization of these two sports, it is bad. When you have the baseball game, you don't see them out there not trying, right? MLB All-Star, they play. Those pitchers come out there, they're trying to strike you out. They're trying to blow 100-mile-an-hour fastballs where you whoop to see if you could hit it. Like, they are trying. NHL, hockey, they're trying. Why is it that the most, globalized sports in the world that we put out this kind of product? It's a travesty. It's abysmal. It's just so bad. And just flat out embarrassing. These guys in the NBA now are making upwards of $50 million a year. Plus, I think Dame Lillard is scheduled 60 plus the final 2 years of his contract. You're making over $60 million a year. And you don't want to play on the All-Star weekend? You get it. They even gave you guys an extra week off. Remember, they used to be short. You hop right back in to play the games like 2 days later, right? There's a lot more rest. They try to customize the schedule just for this. Well, and now they're saying, hey, give the players incentives. Hey, give them more money, like the in-season tournament. Give the winner $500,000. Try to do this. And I'm like, hold up, wait. You're a professional. I know All-Star Weekend's supposed to be fun. Having a great time, relaxing. But this is the best of the best. When you go on that court, you got to play like you're the best. And it's just gone away. We don't need to throw money in there. So I've come up with a little bit of alternatives. I'm just going to throw some ideas out there, and some of them are what other people are saying. So let's start with the main one. Should they be giving them money, like $500,000, $1 million, winners take all type of thing? I think no. Can we would switch it back to East versus West this year, which I like. Do we? I don't know. Go U.S. versus the world? Would you guys want that? That's another thing. Possibly you could make that happen. But then I still don't think you're going to get people that care. I believe you got to hit it where it hurts. Don't offer them the money. Don't offer any kind of incentive. How about you take it where it hurts? Anybody that's an all-star, how about we say you're not playing in the Olympics if you put on that kind of show, right? Because the Olympics is different still. You don't want to like lose to, say, a country like Lithuania. You don't want to lose to Spain. You don't want to lose to anybody, right? You don't want to lose that Puerto Rican team. You don't want to lose to, all these teams across the world when you're in the Olympics. So that's pride. That's your country, right? Why not have that same kind of idea for the All-Star game? Hey, you're on the All-Star team. If you're not going to go out there and play, you ain't playing in the Olympics. We'll get somebody else. We'll get one of the young guys that really want to play and compete. You aren't going to compete for a gold medal. Or if you don't want to, that's too extreme, make it to where, the All-Star game is still a bit different. I remember the baseball did is if you win the All-Star game, they wanted to make it, competitive and whatnot. If you win that league gets the home court. In basketball, I could be like, well, how about if you're on the East or you're in the West, if you allow more than 130 points a game for the All-Star, if you allow more, hey, you're not getting home court in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know, player association would allow that, but let's just say it. Make the playoffs where the West and East is kind of combined. You're going to be on the bottom seeding if you don't play. If you don't want to take this serious, we'll hit you in the playoffs. I guarantee you a lot of coaches will be really, really mad about that. I don't know how will work with all the teams, but maybe combine with, so, hey, if the West wins, they get home court. Obviously, they're in the same thing there. It's not going to work like that. That's why combine the conferences and this be like, well, you ain't getting home court. If you think you're the number one seed, you say you got a Dame Lillard in the Milwaukee Bucks are number one seed, put their seeding down. Try to do something crazy. Or here's a better alternative. Why not adapt 3-on-3? Have pickup games. And if you go ahead, imagine seeing like Giannis, LeBron, and Curry on a team versus I don't know, Embiid, Halliburton, and this whomever, Anthony Edwards, Joker could be on the team with somebody. You can have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jason Tatum with them, and have 3-on-3, have picks, and pick your teams that way, right? Have it old school. Hit the free throw, hit the top of the key 3-pointer, and pick your teams. Everybody's 3-on-3. We're going head to head, and have that be a purse. Then you could throw the $1 million pot in the middle. And they have to put up their own money, right? This to me is a better alternative because we don't want to do all that conference thing, and make teams lose out because of players not wanting to play, or maybe because of that happens, they made us sit out the game. Like, hey, I'm injured now and I can't play. So why not adopt 3-on-3 pickup game, right? A little half court. Who's going to win? I think that would be a battle, right? I think that's a good alternative for maybe this All-Star team. And if you win, y'all put up your own money. Like like y'all, I don't know how many people we can get in for the, let's just say, I don't know, 21 people, right? Everybody puts in like a certain amount of cash. And then you play for it. You put it all in. You're coming out with nothing, or you're coming out with that $1 million purse, like in the middle for the winner, right? And I think, because, Ice Cube's league has done pretty well. A lot of people like that 3-on-3 type of game. A lot of former NBA players are in that league and whatnot. And I think that could be something the NBA adapts and puts it in NBA All-Star Weekend instead of having the NBA All-Star Game. Have a 3-on-3. Y'all put up your own money. Go in. Who's the better player? Who's going to be the better team? Team up like that. And you know how they have NBA All-Star voting? Have the fans vote those guys in the same way. You could do it that way too. Have the fans vote in. You got your players. Now, I would make it random too. So you're not picking the same team. So you're not having like, a Giannis, LeBron, and I don't know, Embiid on the same team or something crazy like that, So, or Giannis, LeBron, Curry, so you have that idea, right? Have a 3-on-3, make it random. Make it random picks. You pick out of a hat. That's who's on your team. And now you gotta play with each other. And see if you could come out on top. Have the NBA, if you don't want to put up your own money, have the NBA throw that in there and be like, here's the grand prize, $1 million. Names draw on the hat for the 3-on-3. Who's going to get it? I think that would bring some excitement. That may be the best idea for this. Bring some excitement. You got all your favorite players in the 3-on-3, and you have a big purse for it. That may make it interesting. It may not make it better than in-season tournament. Because I really didn't like the in-season tournament, to be honest with you. How are you going to give somebody a trophy midway through the season that doesn't really count, nobody really cares about? Like, that's something nobody really cares about. I don't care about. The fans don't care about. But somehow the NBA, some of those NBA players cared about that. I'd rather put on a show for NBA All-Star Weekend. Imagine having all these kids line up, all these big fans that, especially for the young ones, the kids. Imagine them seeing these kind of lineups. Curry, Giannis, LeBron going up against it, like Embiid, Jason Tatum, and, whomever else you want. Say goes Alexander, or even his own teammate, Jaylen Brown, or, whomever. Dame Lillard, make that happen. I think that's the solution. We'll see. Anyways, I'm just so disappointed in the NBA All-Star Weekend. It's so bad. And I could rant all day about it. I mean, it was embarrassing to watch. As somebody who's grown up and watched Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, numerous, Kevin Garnett, Tim, watching all those guys, Ray Allen and Dwayne Wade, and watching all these guys, the way they competed so hard in All-Star games, it's just wild to me. I mean, it really is. I can't put it together I was the biggest basketball fan in the world. It made me want to play basketball. It made me play basketball in school. It made me just play basketball even now. Just go in the park for pickup games. It made me want to keep playing. And watching basketball now, I can barely watch it. And now I'm not having, it's like it puts that motivation where I just don't want to even play anymore. That's how embarrassing all this is. It's NBA All-Star Weekend. Hopefully it gets fixed. But there's some ideas. Give me some of your all's ideas. I want to hear about them. And hopefully this NBA All-Star Weekend can get fixed. All right, now let's move to NFL news. Jimmy G is getting suspended for the first 2 games of the upcoming season for PEDs. Apparently, he took a prescribed substance that, it was prescribed to him, but it is banned in the NFL. You got to let him know if he didn't do the proper clearances or whatever. So Jimmy G is suspended. is his career like over? Jimmy Garoppolo, you know what his guy is doing? Like it was bad with the Raiders. He went there. Josh McDaniels brought him in that huge contract. Then he got hurt, and before the year, he made it, I guess, non-guarantees and all this mishap. So then he plays the year, gets benched, and he got the other kid, Aiden O'Connell, coming in for him and playing quarterback over him. Like, come on, man. And Jimmy G, let's be honest, this dude's probably chilling at the beach right now in the sunshine, not giving a damn. I don't think he really cares about playing football. You know, apparently there's been some rumblings in the Raiders locker room, same rumblings in the 49ers locker room. That's some info has come out recently as well. Listen, man, call him porn star Jimmy for a reason. He's out there just living his life. And it's weird how all this turned around, because when he went to the Patriots and the Niners, and remember this, it was an in-season trade. What did he do? Win his first 6 games in the Niners, becomes a quarterback, goes to the Super Bowl, some reason can't make the throw that would win the Super Bowl for him. And he's always been on the edge of, he's been this okay, kind of good, but on the edge where you're just like, man, the guy who read all the defenses, knew exactly what's coming, could make the throw, and all of a sudden it all just went away when he got that. I feel like a couple years ago, this went, maybe even 3 years ago, this went stupidly. Well, I guess it's 4 years now. That's how long this has been going on, where it just went, the stardom got to his head and he just stopped caring, stopped studying, stopped working out. I don't know. But I don't think this guy cares. He's going to be released by the Raiders. He's going to be a free agent. Somebody may pick him up for a backup slot, veteran backup, for somebody, maybe a young kid. One of these teams drafts in the upcoming draft here in April. But, man, I don't think Jimmy G cares. I wouldn't want him on my team. I think his career is pretty much done. If he does get on a team, it's going to be his last team. But I can't see it. And Jimmy G's just chilling, man. He's just chilling. I don't think he really cares about football. Hey, you're going to be suspended the first 2 years? Not bad. You know what's even worse about it? Him having the suspension now voids the last of his guarantees in his contract. So now he's going to be losing $11.25 million. Does that tell you if he cares or not? He's not going to appeal the suspension, and he just gave up $11.25 million in guarantees. I think it was almost double that if he actually was on the roster for the year. I think it's a $23 million cap hit. I'm not positive on it, but I know since he got suspended, Raiders can cut him, and they don't got to pay him the last bit of those guarantees. And $11.25 million. I wish I had $11 million to give up, and I'll be set. I'll be happy. But anyway, that's Jimmy G for you. Man, don't care. That's porn star Jimmy. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. I want to thank you all for joining me here on Sports Talk from the Crib with your favorite sports host, Tanner Christian. Reminder, new episodes are airing every Tuesday and Friday. It's available on all streaming platforms, as well on the website at sportstalkfromthecrib.com. Be sure to check us out on social media at Feel the Heat Entertainment. That's Feel the Heat ENT. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. So give us a follow and shout out on there. And subscribe. Thank y'all for joining me again. Y'all enjoy your day. Catch you on Friday.